Well, Foodie Beauty didn't go live for about 2 days, and she finally popped back up. And she, again, is under that stupid underpass drinking her Starbucks coffee. It's the same thing the past, I don't know, 3-4 times she's went live. She goes under this underpass, drinking her coffee. She'll set the phone down. She drives the scooter around while laughing like a little toddler, trying to see how she looks driving her scooter. And the past 2 times she actually did get up and walk. And I do not know this woman, how she cannot feel her pants up her ass. It is so annoying. I know you can feel that. Pull them pants out of the crack of your ass, Foodie. Disgusting. Anyways, as she's under this underpass, she says it's like a park to her. I don't understand it. She claims she got a whole big bag full of medicine at the pharmacy for $5 because she had met her deductible. Now, come August, she has to pay another $1,000 or $2,000 to meet her deductible. So she was trying to buy everything she could before her whatever resets. And then she shows us. She says, and while I was scooting around Loblaws waiting for my coffee, I got some sugar-free candy. And she shows us these 3 bags of candy, Russell Stover's candy. It's like a peppermint, I think maybe a fruit one, and a butterscotch. They're hard candies. She says they're sugar-free. She says, oh, here's my no sugar added candies, sugar-free. No, Foodie. Those are no sugar added. They're not sugar-free. She, for being a diabetic as long as she has been, she has no clue. I'm not even a diabetic, thank God, but I can tell you that no sugar added does not equate to sugar-free. She's so slow sometimes. She says the reason she wasn't going live is because she was so incredibly sick. She had taken her Ozempic, and she claims now she has learned her lesson. She is not going to eat any more junk with Ozempic anymore because she ate Doritos, Pizza Pockets. I had to write all this down. Doritos, Pizza Pockets, Chinese food, French onion dip, and carrots. And she says she got sicker than she has ever been. The stomach cramping was out of this world, she says. And she also had the diarrhea and vomiting. And she says she was incredibly sick. Just because this Ozempic is making, it's making you digest your food slower, so therefore you stay fuller longer. And they say it's supposed to quiet that food noise, right? But then she goes outside and smokes, which in turn gives her the munchies. So she's trying to eat around the Ozempic, and she's making herself sick. And she doesn't understand this. Ooh. I don't understand it at all. Then she mentions she's going to be renting a car come August because her aunt is going to come stay with her for a few days. And, they're going to want to go out. And Situational Blue Cheese had given her $200 several months ago to rent this car. And Foodie makes this rude comment. I rented a car just for a couple days. That's all you can get with only $200. Only $200 that was given to you. That's rude. So if Situational Blue Cheese, whoever that is, one of her loyal beezers, I hope they don't ever give her another dime. And Ryder is in this stream, and of course he gifts her. He or she, this Ryder person must be financially okay. Let's just put it that way, because almost every time they are gifting her. And the other day, I forgot to mention this. We haven't heard anything about Nina, and Nina was one of her huge gifters, always sending her PayPals, gifting her, and she hadn't been around, I don't think, for a while, because we hadn't heard, because, in the street, she thanks, Nina, or thanks, Ryder. She always has to call it out. And she has not said anything about it in quite some time. And then finally, just a couple days ago, she said, oh, Nina. And she was just so excited. And then Teardrop, I don't know where Teardrop, one of her mods, has been, because she shows up and she's, oh, oh, teardrop. And she's just so excited that this teardrop is back in the... Now, I don't know if it's teardrop or if it's the other one. Shoot, I can't even think of the other one's name. Anyways, one of them, Tracy, that's what it is, Teardrop and Tracy, one of them has cats, right? And she doesn't have the money to get the cat spayed. So the cat keeps having these kittens. And then they ran into a problem where the mother cat wasn't making enough milk. And then she didn't even have the money to go buy cat milk replacement to feed these kittens. So I think a couple of them had passed away. And do you know, Foodie Beauty, this was over a week ago, was saying, oh, well, you're doing all you can and this, and don't worry about it, don't feel bad. Now, do you think Foodie could send that woman a donation to help her out of this situation? Of course not. But everybody else paid to get her cat BG spayed. And someone's in a mess because I believe the woman, both of them women are not in the best of health. Teardrop and Tracy, neither one is in the best of health. So I'm guessing they may be even receiving disability. They don't have anything, bottom line, but they're almost in every one of Chantal's lives, modding for her for free. And this woman runs into something like this, and she couldn't even offer to help her out. Now that's just disgusting to me. But, got off on a tangent there. Then she decides she's going to drive down this road, the road that goes past the Costco, under the underpass, past the Costco. And she notices her scooter battery is getting low. So she says, well, let's see what happens. The scooter battery is giving out. It's going dead faster and faster. One of these days she's going to be out in public on the damn scooter, and it's going to quit. And how is she going to get home? Because she cannot walk. She said she would like to eventually walk that long road, but no, she can't do that because she needs to walk somewhere that has benches so she could sit down. And that is the truth. She would need to periodically sit down. So at the end of this road, she realizes there's things she didn't even know was down here. There's a skate park, and she tells us about how when she was in her teen years, she used to hang out at skate parks, and she would hope that the skater boys would recognize her, but nobody liked the chubby girls then. You know, she basically wanted to be like Avril Lavigne and write a song about a skater boy. Oh boy, these stories she tells are just something else. So there's a skate park down there. Then there's a library within scooting distance. A library. Now you know damn well she's not going to go check out no books or nothing. So why she got all excited about this library, I have no clue. And then they have a wave pool. Ooh, a wave pool. And then she says, she makes the comment, oh, why, I probably can't go in there and film to see what it is. The thought crossed her mind to just walk in there to film to see what it is. She will never learn. Then she addresses, if you remember the other day, she was outside smoking her green, and this man walked by her, and it's clear. You go and check out these clips. Everybody's got clips of this. He says to her, haram. And she says, oh, salam. Like, hello. You know, she was smoking, so he called her haram. And she says, she is insisting that he says salam, and she's not even sure that he was a Muslim. He might have just been using their greeting because he just looked like a regular white Canadian male. She doesn't mean white like as in the color white, but what? But maybe he was a Muslim. Maybe he's a revert like her. But either way, but if he did say haram, it really doesn't affect her life at all. But this man most definitely said haram when he walked past her. And she will not admit to it. She knows. I'm sure she knows he said haram. But she's going to stick with her story that no, he just says salam to her. No. And you know what? Eventually she's going to be out in public wearing her hijab, cosplaying as a Muslim, because that's what I believe at this point. She's just cosplaying, and she's going to meet the right one, and she's going to get herself in trouble. Somebody's going to eventually get physical with her, or they're going to really give her a piece of their mind. You know, they see her out there smoking, cussing, doing this, doing that, all these haram things. So she's really putting herself in danger, in my opinion. And, you know, she wasn't going to be going outside doing all these lives anymore, but ever since she said that, we're still scooting to Costco and doing this and doing that outside. So let me know what you think about all this.